Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Good afternoon, farmers. Because it is afternoon. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, this is where I left off on the update video. Hey Rex, what's up? So Rex is still around, even though I haven't given him any sausages the past few days. He seems fine with that. She was just in there cooking. She was in there cooking for like 5 minutes. Which doesn't matter now since I can cook like a zillion pumpkin spice soups or whatever it is all at once now, which is great. I like that part of the update. But what I have planned for today, the greenhouse should be fine. I need to check the moisture on the greenhouse though. Well, you know what? It's getting watered. We are going to head back up to our grass field. And we are going to finish up this job here, which is picking up some grass, which is... I thought I had more grass than this left. Oh well. But I got some things planned for today. Oh yeah, I do got plenty of grass right here. Duh. Let's finish cutting up the grass first. I was happy to see that there is no crop destruction on the grass. At least there was in the update video. We'll find out here in a second if there is. But there shouldn't be. Let's finish mowing our grass. Yeah, so I'm not destroying the grass as I go over it. The speed of how fast I can mow the grass is rather interesting. But that's beside the point. We can now cut grass, so that's a big plus. Just zip right along here and mow this really quickly. But now I can do this field. This field's been grass for I don't know how many years. But now I have to remember that this field is quote-unquote empty. I do have another grass field, and I thought today before I got home, I was like, can I hire someone to cut the grass? There. That took about a second to do. The biggest thing is I actually got someone plowing the huge field. Look down here, someone's plowing this field. But this field right here should be grass. Click to hire worker. Plow, harvest and sell. That is rather expensive because I'm not getting that much for grass bales. So that's something we could do ourselves eventually. So it's not that big of a deal. The worker prices have gone up. But not, for me it's not too bad, but if you're just starting out, yeah, it could be pretty bad. Well, not pretty bad. It'd be rough. I'll just say it should be rough. Let's finish picking up our grass bales. I still think they say in the patch notes hay bales, but since we're not drying the grass, it's still grass bales. Just saying. Oh, really? I missed one little piece there? Alright, whatever. Yeah, so I think we're on day 3 of not giving Rex a sausage, and he's still hanging around, but he still has a little heart, so we'll have to see how long it takes for him to change, if he does change at all. We now have the drone, which, I see no use for it, but it's a nice little gadget to have in the game, I suppose. I mean, you can look on your fields, but it doesn't show you, as far as I can remember, it doesn't show you the stats of your field when you're in the drone. I guess you can see when it's ready for harvest, but you're not going to be able to see the stats of, like, if it's been plowed, cultivated. You can spire in your worker, I guess, maybe, if you wanted to. But the range of it is far, but it's not that far either. Will I use it? Like I said, probably not so much. So we got about a half day's work left ahead of us, which is not much time. Which is good because I don't have that much time today either. So, yeah. Holiday season's upon us. Things are getting busy, busy, busy. Hope everything's going well for you and your family this holiday season so far. Alright, so now we are done with that. I suppose I should go sell these bales because, well, I don't really need them. So let's head on up and sell these. I can't believe people were complaining about the bale prices being dropped as low as they were, and in the last update they dropped them again, the price. But, you know, these are bales. You're not supposed to get tens of thousands of dollars every time. Well, it wasn't tens of thousands, but it was like, I think in the beginning it was like pretty close to $5,000 for a full trailer of bales when they were like $300 a piece. I assume now if I did, I'm not going to do the math. I'm not going to do it. I think they were $50 a piece. They dropped them in half, so they're around roughly $25 a piece. Did it save my currencies? My currency, yeah, my currency is now in US dollars. Because I keep saying dollars, and before it was euros, so I don't have to worry about that too much anymore. I'm in dollars. So we'll probably get, I don't know, like $500 for this. I mean, it'll pay for some of the workers I got going. 480. I was close. I'm not going to be able to turn. Nope. So we'll bring this cluster back. Meaning the baler and the autoloader. I am thinking about getting the other Fliegel autoloader if I can remember what store it's at. I don't have to get it today though. And hitch them up back to back, only just to help us out. Because even the smallest fields, even that small grass field, that was over one trip for that small grass field. So maybe when we go do the other grass field in the near future, if I think I know what store it might be at, but we'll go and buy it, and it should be fun trying to hook up this gravy train. Yeah. I'll unhook the baler, then hook the trailer to the trailer, then hook the baler back up. I also have another plan in the near future for our farm. We're not going to be parking our vehicles up here anymore on top, where I have a different spot for them. I don't want to give it away just yet, but it's going to be pretty obvious when I start to do it. So, you shall see it. But we are getting pretty close to August to where all of our fields will be starting to turn over. I have no idea what fields I started to seed first, so your guess is as good as mine at this point. It's been a while. Unhitch square baler. Yes, that's what I want to unhitch. 93% fuel. That is fine. Am I kind of slow? Let me just pop one of those. There we go. Nah, I guess it's just my normal speed. I'm just slow today. We'll go over and grab our tractor, and now we'll take the mower, which now we actually have a purpose for. Yay! But I think most of the fields that I have that I don't have anything, I think everything's going to be canola. I don't plan on doing any winter wheat at all. I think we'll just do all canola. Well, actually, I've been thinking about the big field. I may put barley. Barley? Bailey. Yeah. Bailey, barley. Oh, my mind's not right today. Not like it ever is. Maybe we'll put wheat or barley down there. And do it now that we got an autoloader and not have to run around collecting all this stuff. Maybe, just maybe, we'll do a whole bunch of bales next year. Lower, unhitch that. Run over the pig that disappears. We're going to head on down here, grab our cultivator. I am kind of curious to see if the PTO shaft hooks up to this now, because it said something in the update patches that the PTO shaft will now. Let's see if I turn this on here. I don't see nothing. Oh well. But now we're going to go cultivate some fields. Or, yeah. probably get one field done. And eventually, like I said, we'll get all of our equipment in order when I get to it. Maybe in a day or so. But we need to head on down over this hill here and take care of some of these fields that we have plowed. I realize I could hire a worker, but the workers don't really smooth out the fields too well, so that's something that we need to do. See, the cows are still hanging around. We'll try not to hit any. And we'll lower that down. And we'll start to cultivate field number 1 here. Try to get some of the edges around it, just to make sure we get everything we can, because this field was a little bit bumpy when we were harvesting it. So our job is to smooth it out, and then maybe in the future we can get a worker to do it, now that workers can possibly work in all fields. Eventually we can test it out ourselves. We'll see if they start climbing telephone poles and all that fun stuff. But the last few updates have been really good. Now the thing is, the last update was the December update. I'm sure they probably pushed that out so they can get the holiday season off, which I don't blame them. But I didn't really check the forums yet to see if they have any. So all the planned updates that they are now released. So I would say there are no updates that we know about. They may know about some, but as far as we know right now, I haven't checked the forums like I said today. But as far as I know, there's no planned updates coming out anytime soon. But since we're not at version 1 yet, which would be the full release, I would assume there might be, another one on the horizon at some point. At some point. So we got spectators again as we work this field. Like I said, we got another month to go before the rush begins to start seeding all these fields with canola. And the good thing is when spring comes, even though we got all these fields, we should be able to hire a lot of workers. Yeah, I'm going to spend a lot of money on workers, but we'll make more than we spend. And we'll see how the worker system works out then. I may try it out even right here in the fall when these fields start to turn over. I still need to test out hiring someone to harvest the field, make sure that we are getting the money for it. Because I was having a problem there for a while, so we'll see now in the past few updates if that didn't fix my problem. At least in the game. I got plenty of problems, but as for the game, we'll see if that fixes that. But for now, I'm just focused on cultivating this field. So let's see how fast we can get this done and see what time it is and maybe move on to something else. Or we may have to just call it an evening because it's already 3:30 in the afternoon. But let's get to cultivating this field and see what time we finish. here's another field now that is smooth as a baby's butt. That's right, I said it. So if we go to harvest this field next time, it's not going to be bouncy bouncy. I'm getting hungry? No problem. I got cans of tomato and pumpkin spice soup in my pocket that will last me the rest of the year. I think. Probably not. But I'm not going to check the pantry for a while. That's for darn sure. I'll just make my own canned dinners and I don't know. Maybe I'll take some of our meals and keep my pocket. Maybe I'll handle some gifts once in a while. When I mean once in a while, I mean like my first time ever. But the one thing I think we might start doing is in the next episode is, of course I got to cultivate that field right over there. But I think we're going to start spreading some more slurry around. That's kind of my plan. I don't think this field was bumpy. It wasn't too bad, that's for sure. But I want to make sure that we cultivate all the fields that we haven't owned. Just to make sure that all the rough ridges are out of it, because nothing worse than harvesting a field and just bouncing around everywhere. But I think this field was nice and smooth. And who knows, I'm thinking about actually buying some fields down here, more fields, and just see if I can get workers to work in these fields down here as well. Because if workers can work now in every field, that's definitely going to make things a lot easier on us. A lot easier. But I'm not going to cultivate this whole field tonight. It's probably already past 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening. We'll just make a couple swings around here just to get the field started. That means there'll just be less work for us to do tomorrow. But I got like 4 fields down here, give or take, that we need to cultivate. We'll make sure they're all nice and smooth. Now I still should be checking the jobs that are available for us. Because if I get a plow the field or cultivating job, those might not be bad to take, because some of those fields sometimes this time of year will have crops in them. And unless they fixed it, which I haven't been able to test in a long time, we can harvest the crops and sell them and then work in the field. Yeah, this field seems to be nice and smooth right now, so but I was still kind of hoping that in one of these updates that we would get a bigger tractor. I knew that was kind of a long shot, but it seems like on the main screen we load the game up that tractor is not in the game, so I was kind of hoping at some point maybe it would be. And maybe it still will be, I don't know. But I kind of need to see where that other Fleagle baling trailer is. I think it might be down the store over here. That would be my guess. I don't think it's over by where Allison grew up, or not. I always say grew up. Where she used to live on the west side of the map. I don't believe it's at the store in the north, and I'm almost sure it's not in the store, the newest store in the south. So I think it's going to be this one, which is like right over there-ish, somewhere. Yeah, but next episode we'll finish cultivating this field, and then we'll grab my wife's tractor. We'll grab a slurry tanker, come down here, and start spreading some of that stuff around. We have enough fields to start using it again. Not that our holding tank is getting anywhere near full, but we have it. We're going to use it, so I might as well start using it. And then all the rest of our fields will take X, which is a great addition to the game, which will give us a combo of both fertilization stages. And I just realized I was going to the store to see if I can buy more X. and fertilizer, but I just realized the store is probably closed by now. So we'll have to buy it tomorrow, which is something, we don't need it right now, but I just remember stores closed at night now. But I think we'll try going to the store anyways just to see if we can see if the door is even open for us. We might be able to go in, but we may not be able to buy anything. And right now I still don't know what time they actually close. They may not close until 8 o'clock, so if that's the case, we should have time. We'll find out here. This is the last section I'm doing, and then we'll just leave our vehicle parked down here. When I mean vehicle, I mean tractor. But it's great that we got someone to plow the big field now. From what I was reading on there was a page out there that showed what fields were working, and someone said they could hire before the update. They were hiring people for the big field, but you have to stand. You had to stand in a certain section of the map, I suppose, to get someone to work in that field. And I just realized I don't have my truck. You know what? Can I jump into my vehicle here? No. You know what? I don't know. I'm trying to teleport to it. It's right here. Just get into it, Peanut. Jeez. Let's head to the store in this. We'll bring this truck back and park it at the bus stop where it should be. What time is it? It's not even. It's almost 7 o'clock in the evening, so we'll see if the store is open until 8. My guess is... I'm not going to guess, because either way, I don't have any clue. Usually, this says close at night. Now, usually, stores will be closing at 6 in the evening, but it could be open till 8. I don't know. We're going to find out here shortly, because we're just about there. Do the doors open? Okay, the doors are open. Oh, it looks like so I would say until 8 o'clock. Must be. For X. Now you can also buy manure. Manure stock. 33,000. So I'm curious. So if I do this, so that would cost me $7,200. And if I just bought, come on. So that would be a total of $7,200 to buy 5,000 each. I still think, even though this is more expensive, I think it'd be cheaper going this route, even though it's supposed to be more expensive. The reason being, because in order to spread, you would have to, take your tractor and spread this around. And then you have to take it, take your tractor and then spread this around. So you got to take like 2 trips around your tractor. So you're using more fuel. And really, 5,000 liters of this, it's only 500. So that's not even a third of a tank. If you see what I'm trying to say. So you'd have to buy this 3 times. Just to say what I'm saying. So this is 5,000. The tank holds 18,000. So you'd have to fill this up 3 times. So really, it's pretty close to 10,000 US dollars to fill up that fertilizer tanker once. So I think it'd be cheaper just going this route. But right now I'm just buying extra because I'm probably going to need a lot of it anyways. Since we got a lot of fields. So the stores are open. Right now it is it is now 7 o'clock. Let's see if they're open past 7. My guess is they're closed at 8. Yeah, so I'm in the store. So apparently I would say they close at 8 o'clock, the stores. That'd be my guess. Alright, we need to bring this back up. Park at the bus stop so I can teleport to other things later on in life. And I probably need to talk to the wife because it's been a few days here and there. I'm pretty sure she doesn't really have anything interesting to say than she normally does. But August is just around the corner, and the fields that we planted a couple months ago should be getting ready to turn. So we'll be back to harvesting our own fields once again. I don't see her in the front yard. There we go. We'll just cross in front of traffic if there is any. Nope. I look after I'm halfway across the street. That's always good. There's Rex. It seems like every time I come back to the house now and want to talk to the wife, she's cooking. But yet, there's nothing ever down in the pantry. Now I'm just curious. I said I wasn't going to look. But she's been there quite often today. Did she cook anything? Wow, we actually got 2 hamburgers. Alright. But now that we actually got tons of spiced pumpkin soup and... oh, it's Italian tomato soup. 55 and 40. So if I eat 1 can of each when I'm just about down to 0, that'll give me full food bar. And that will last me, that's going to last me at least a month, I would think. So we did see that I had 33,000 liters of manure in stock or storage. We're going to start fertilizing those fields down there tomorrow, so we'll go through quite a bit of that as it is. But since it was only half day on the farm because of the update video, the video might be just a little bit short. But I do appreciate you watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time on the day on the farm. But until then, have a good one.